You were so good. If you people were so good out there, if you listened closely to the track, you would have paid attention and heard who was doing the background vocals on this track if you listened to the album. But hey, I done got upset.
Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, working like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show up. This is not a drill, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying it maybe. We could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with it, I'll show you right.
And we are back. What is going on, DZ music lovers? This is your boy DZ, and this is DZ Music, where music equals life. Here on my channel, we talk a lot about music and a little bit about life. Hope you, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Hope life has been okay for everyone out there. It's been a couple weeks since I put out my last video, and in that time I went on a little vacation. I went to Belize. If you haven't gone to Belize, or if you are on the fence about going to Belize, do it. You will have a great time. I'll put a couple pictures here. I was gonna vlog the trip. I started vlogging the trip, and then after the first day I was like, you know what, let's just relax and enjoy the trip, and be in the moment. So I didn't really vlog, but it was a great trip. Belize is a great time. I definitely would go back and would recommend to anybody who was thinking about traveling to Belize. It is hot. That much I will tell you. Other than that, I've been working. I got an award this week from work, which was really cool. If you don't know, I am a nurse, so I got a Heroes Award for just being a good nurse, I guess. So actually, it was pretty cool. It was a whole ceremony for me at my hospital. And I got an award. The president was there. I got an award. I got a whole banner. I got a cake. I got a whole big deal. So it's pretty awesome to be recognized for the work you do in your professional life. So that was really cool. Other than that, I've been missing you guys and wanting to get back into music. So without further ado, let's get into today's artist. So let's get into it. This week we are diving into the debut album of none other than our Black Queen, Normani. Now, her debut album is called Dopamine. Now, before we dive into the album, one thing, make sure you guys go back and watch my last video, which was on Lucky Day's Algorithm album. And album is amazing. I'm obsessed with Lucky Day. But back to Normani. So if you don't know about Normani, or if you have forgotten about Normani, let me give you a quick history. Okay, so Normani was part of the girl group that was formed from the X Factor, and the girl group was called Fifth Harmony. So after Fifth Harmony split up, Normani had a solo contract, and all the while she was with Fifth Harmony, she was doing covers, and she became known for her solo covers of popular songs as well. After she did Fifth Harmony, she got signed, and she did a few features. She did Love Lies with Khalid. Then she had Dancing with a Stranger with Sam Smith. She came out with her own single, Waves, and Waves was good. It's a nice R&B kind of groove. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I still liked it, and I supported it because I wanted to see what all she could do. So she came out with Waves, and then for a while, Normani just kind of disappeared. she was nowhere. We didn't hear anything. And all the while, social media, everybody kept asking her, when's the album coming? When's the song coming? And then we finally got Motivation. Now, Motivation was a huge hit for her. It totally gave me nostalgia of the early 2000s. I loved the song. I loved the video. She performed on the MTV Movie Awards, and it was like everybody was so proud and so rooting for her because, like, yes, a dark skinned, talented, beautiful girl is doing her big one on the big stage. And Motivation was a huge hit. So Motivation came out, and we was like, we just know we're getting the album now. No album, no follow-up single for what seemed like months. And I remember she was in her interview, and she was saying like she was surprised that Motivation was such a big hit because she had recorded that so long ago. So I was like, oh, when I heard that, I was like, oh, this album is not ready. So long story short, we get from there, and then she has her next single, which is one of my favorite songs from her to date. And there are certain times when you listen to certain artists, when there's certain songs that make your ears and your antenna go up. Her next single was Fair. Fair was a very adult sounding, very mature R&B ballad, and oh my gosh, she looked amazing on it. I remember there wasn't a video, but I remember the album cover. I think I have it. I'll put it up here for you. The single cover, it was beautiful, and she performed, I think, on Jimmy Fallon, and she killed it. And then it was, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle because Normani was, a lot of people was pegging her to be the next big thing. And so here you are, you came out with a big single, big poppy single, Motivation, and then you come with like an adult, almost adult contemporary song, Fair, and it didn't connect with the general public. So Fair came out, and then after a while it seemed like there was trouble in paradise because for months, no album, no album, no follow-up single after Fair. Then finally, earlier 2000, I think in spring of 2000, we got Wild Side featuring Cardi B. Wild Side was a hit. She sounded amazing. She looked amazing. The song was a bop. And I remember she performed on the VMAs again, but this time there was a little kerfuffle because I think there was rumors, I'm not 100% sure, this is allegedly, that someone had dropped out and they had put her in there. So she was fighting to, perform on the stage to do it. And she did it, she killed it, she sounded great. And then everybody was waiting for the album again. It was a hit, no album. Then all of a sudden, summer of 24, the album finally dropped. And when it dropped, nobody knew about it. And myself included, because it took me like 2 months, and I was going through Spotify, and all of a sudden Spotify recommended. I was like, oh, this album came out. Because when Fair came out, the single Fair, I played that on repeat. I really did play that on repeat. That was my jam. But anyways, needless to say, the album came out, and when I listened to it, I was like, wait a minute. This album's actually pretty good for a debut album. So I felt like a lot of people didn't give. Okay, so on one hand, we have the music industry who was not fair to Normani. Let's just point blank, period. I feel like we know this as music lovers, but we don't experience what artists experience because they're going through the business. So we know how the music business we have glimpses of how the music industry can be. But seeing her fight for this album and for it to come out and it didn't get any hype or any attention that it did, I think it was a great disservice. And I remember when I did listen to it and I watched somebody else review the album, and they were not kind. They were not kind at all to it. And not that you have to not give your honest opinion, but it seemed like they were going out of their way um, not to give the album a fair chance. You know what I mean? I love the album. I think the album is good. There is a few songs, if I had the opportunity, I would probably have scrapped them. But that's needless to say. But anyway, I think Normani is a great artist. I hope she hasn't totally given up on music. And I know there are rumors of like Fifth Harmony coming back together and reuniting, which is great. I would love to hear them back together, but I also would like Normani to continue with her solo projects. Not only her, but I thought all the ladies from Fifth Harmony were really good, but I really, really, really loved what Normani was doing so far. So let's dive into the album Dopamine by Normani. So here we go. Here is the album Dopamine by Normani. And the first song we have off of the album is Big Boy featuring Stara. If I said that wrong, please forgive me. Now, Big Boy is an upbeat, heavy bass, heavy production produced track. It is upbeat. Yeah, it's upbeat, but it's upbeat, but yeah. Yeah, it is upbeat. I like this track. I thought, okay, this is an opener for the album. It's good, but then in the back of my head, I'm thinking, it's no motivation. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, if the album had come out on time, Motivation should have been like the first single. This would have been cool to throw in there. But stop. Big Boy is not a bad song. I will say I'm glad that the song is only like 2 minutes and 53 seconds long. Only because after like a minute or so, it becomes repetitive. But I will tell you this. I listened to this first. I love headphones when I'm listening to music, especially for the first time or in my car. And if I have those big headphones on, like I want to hear everything. And I listen to this, and I tell you, this production is crazy. I mean, the message of the song isn't deep. We don't expect it to be deep. It's a fast, like upbeat R&B track. She's just popping her shit basically. But that's basically it. It's a fast, upbeat song. It's not long, but it is the first single off of the album. The first song on the album. It's not bad, but it's no motivation. But I still like the track. Track number 2 on the album is Still. Now, Still is a banger. Still is a banger. I don't know what you guys were listening to when you first listened to this, my God. Still is a banger. It is a trappy beat. It is her talking her shit again. Still on up in the section. Still. Great track. Like upbeat, fast, youthful track. It gives you like, okay, yeah, I'm a young 20-something-year-old popping my shit. I look good. I sound good. I'm that shit. This is Still. Still is good. Still. I love this track. It is a good track. Like, it is so good. Like, the production on it is good. Normani sounds good. Great on it. I love how that she is, she has this attitude with it. That's what I'm trying to get to. She has this attitude. And with a song like this, you need attitude, right? So, Still is a great track. I love this. And if this was like, we're just going to put this in while I'm doing this. So if I was putting this whole album together, we would have put Motivation in there. We would have put Motivation as track 1, and we probably would have left Still as track 2. No, we would have put Wild Side as track 2 and put Still as track 3. No, Still at track 2, Motivation track 3. Okay, let's go on to the rest of the track. Track number 3 on the album is All Yours. Now, All Yours, my God. Now, if there was any question of Normani being an artist, being able to write, being able to sing, being able to last in the music industry, All Yours should have given no doubt. no doubt after you listen to All Yours. Like, it is, it's bad jam, man. It's bad jam. And I will tell you, when I first listened to this album and I heard, okay, I had Big Boy, I had Still, and Still got me in the, okay, this album's okay, we going there. But when I heard All Yours, boom, my hands were up. I was like, that, okay, she ain't playing. All Yours is a jam. When they get to Una, 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 in the beginning, yeah, crazy. I'm all yours. Normani killed this track. Like, this is, it should have been a single. It really should have been a single. It really should have been a single. All Yours is a bop. It's a jam. It is that one song on the album that made my antennas go up. And I was like, okay, yeah, we going somewhere with this. So if you haven't, go back, listen to the album. When you get to All Yours, put you on some headphones. From the minute you press play on this track, you will not be disappointed. So far the album is pretty good. So I don't see why nobody was complaining. But if you did not like All Yours, throw your catalog away. You're not a real music lover. Next track on the album we have is Lights On. Now, Lights On is a sexy sex track. It did I say a sex track? Not a sex track. What? It is a sexy, grown up track. And I think that was one of the problems that this album probably didn't connect with everybody, is because I think they were expecting one thing from Normani and they got this grown, sexy woman, you know what I mean? And I think they was expecting just some lighthearted like pop. And I remember she's early on she had said she's, you know, when she was getting a lot of comparisons to different artists, she was like, no, you know, that's not really my vibe. She's really R&B, really grownish kind of sounding music. So that's what she delivered. Lights On is no exception. It is a sexy song. Want you to love me with the lights on. So it is a great song, and I have to say it has the song, the meaning of the song, like that's some confidence, you know, to be like life with the lights on, you know, turn the lights out, but no, turn them on, you know. So that's some confidence. I like Lights On. I thought it should have been placed a little bit further down in the track list, to be honest with you, but it is a great track. Next on the album, we get our first really pop song on the album. More of what I think most people was expecting when Normani's album came out. So this song is called Take My Time. It is light, it is pop, it is cute. It really, when I say cute, I don't mean to diminish it when I say cute, but it just gives me, it gives me good feelings. It gives me good vibes. I will say the production on it is not overcomplicated. It is a nice, simple vibe. Normani sounds, I like her sound on this because she actually sounds, you know, she sounds youthful on this track, not in a bad way. What I'm trying to say is she sounds more, she dove into the sound of the songs, you know, sounding poppy, and you could hear the difference from her other tracks to this one so far on the album. So Take My Time is a nice, easy, simple track. I will say only thing I was missing with this, because like I say, the production of the song isn't easy, and you know, with most like pop songs, you know, it's kind of repetitive after a while. This one isn't, but I will say I thought if she had just done a little bit more like ad-libs on it, it would have taken it to another dimension or another place on it. But how it is, the song is great. It's not a skip. I listened to it. I like it. I like it breaking up from coming from Lights On, which is so so very grown, so very sexy. And then you get this nice, light-hearted pop song. Take my time. So I like it. That's why I smile, because when I hear it and I think about it, I like the song. Great job on it. Track number 6 on the album. I couldn't wait to get to this track. This track, insane. Track number 6 on the album is Insomnia. Now, for all you people who did not listen to this album, who did not give it to a fair chance, you missed out on Insomnia. Insomnia is, that's it. It's the track. It's the one. It, like, I mean, All Yours is my, that would put my, but Insomnia took me over. Like, oh, y'all were playing on Normani time. Y'all were playing on her time. Like, the push that this album should have gotten, even if you did not push it to the GP, it should have been pushed in the R&B category. It should have been pushed. Insomnia should have been pushed. All Yours should have been pushed. You ever heard those certain songs that you know that should just have a Grammy just because? Insomnia should have gotten a Grammy just because it's just that bad. It's just that bad. It's a badass song. It's from production to the lyrics to the money singing on this. And if you were so good, if you people were so good out there, if you listen closely to the track, you would have paid attention and heard who was doing the background vocals on this track if you listen to the album. But hey, I done got upset. Insomnia. It's so much you remind me of. It's giving me insomnia. Insomnia. Now, I want you guys, okay, from the beginning of this track, let's go through it right quick. From the beginning of this track to the lyrics to how Normani sounds on it. This is one of those songs where you know that artist doesn't just embody the song, like it's like she's living this song, like she's lived through this, the meaning of this insomnia, and that's how she's able to sing it so well, because the girl kills it, man. She kills it. And that, when we get to the and she does that low falsetto, crazy. I'm spitting, God, that's how good it is. And then we get to insomnia, and like I said, if you knew, go back, listen to the album, the whole entire album, stream the album, listen to track 6. You will hear, and I didn't even have to look this up, but I just knew who was in the background doing those background vocals on this. Insomnia is crazy. From when she does Insomnia, and the guy who does Insomnia does the auto-tune Insomnia, it's crazy. And then we get this crazy guitar solo, like Insomnia is that. Yeah. If you want, I can't even say one track, because there are really good tracks on this album, but man, what a standout track. Standout tracks on this album, still so far. And then we got All Yours, and then we have Insomnia. Insomnia took the cake for me. I'm sorry. Like, damn, that's a good ass song. It's good, man. The production was good. The lyrics were good. Normani sounds good. I can listen to this over and over again. Listen to Insomnia. You won't be disappointed. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me on this musical journey of our review of the album Dopamine by Normani. Do me a favor, if you are enjoying this video, hit the like, share, comment, and subscribe button, notification bell, so you will know when I post future videos in the future. Let's get back into the review. Track number 7 on the album, we get Candy Paint. Now, Candy Paint is it is a banger. It is upbeat. It actually puts you in the mind of motivation. So if you think about motivation, you would think Candy Paint along the same line. But it is a banger. It makes you jump. It makes you get the moving. Candy Paint is a great song. Not just great song, but is a great upbeat, great fast song. Great coming from Insomnia to get the party getting going again, get us jumping again. Candy Paint is bad. If I take him, he will never get him back. I can make him hit the bank if it won't. It's a bad jam. It's a good jam. Like, the lyrics go by so fast for me that I really have to study it to get to it. But I like the song. It is a great jam. It is good to, get, like I said, pick back up the momentum of the song. But it is like, I find myself when I'm like, yeah, I don't know what this is. I look like a bobblehead. Anyway, but Candy Paint, great jam, great upbeat jam to get the mood back up, pick the album back up as we go along. Next on the album, we move into Grip. Now, the song is named Grip. Yeah. Grip. So if you read between the lines, the song is called Grip. I'm just laughing at the meaning of the song. But anyways, the song is a great song. It's only 2 minutes and 10 seconds long. I honestly thought when I listened to it, it's good. It is, I think, honestly, it relied too much on the production, a little bit too much on the production. So I thought this song, since it was so short, it should have just been like an interlude. But it's still a fun song coming from Candy Paint. It slows it a little bit down there, but it is a great song. I like it. But the message of the song, Grip, like I said, 2 minutes and 10 seconds long. It's not a skip. It definitely is one to listen to on the album. Next on the album we have is 159 featuring Gunna. And I will say with this song, this is one of the songs I was kind of a little bit on the fence with. Not on the fence. It is a good song. It is slowed down. I'm not too crazy about the production because it sounds a little dreary. It sounds like the tempo or something should have been picked up a little bit. Give it a little bit more trappy beat it just sounds a little like, but it's a good song. She sounds good on it. Gunna sounds good on it. If you're listening to the album, it is one of those songs, like, if you're not paying attention, you would just let it play, if that makes sense. But if you are paying attention, it's one if you didn't like the track, or if you weren't too keen on it, you would probably just skip. So that's how I feel about 159. It's good. It's not the best. I'm quite honest with you. I really think it leans more on the production, not on vocalists, not on Normani and Gunna. I think it's more in the production. I thought it was just too dreary. Not dreary. It just was. It wasn't. It sounded like it was slow. It was way too slow. You know what I mean? Like if you had a record player and you did this Skrxlla and you heard that, that's how I wasn't too keen on it. But to each his own. 'Cause I fell in love with potential. Next track on the album we have is Distance. Now, Distance, again, this is one of those standout tracks on the album. Honestly, should have been placed a little bit higher on the album. I need to love you from a distance. I'm not crying for attention. How much do you really want from I gave you my head. Oh, such a great track. If we were saying like a ballad, this would be our first like actual ballad on the track. Normani sounds great on it. The production is crazy on it. It is one of my go-tos. I listen to this over and over. It's not from when I first heard it and I first heard the opening, I was like, oh, I don't know. But after it gets started, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a jam. This is a pop. This is it's everything. And you can hear like I love Normani's voice. I know people might I don't know. I don't know. This is just me. I haven't heard this, but I know people might think her voice is just linear, just one. But I loved her voice on this. Like it gave us it gave emotion without giving too much emotion. It sounded vulnerable. It sounded sounded vulnerable. She sounded like first love, like that first love, that first heartbreak. That's how perfect analogy. You're a genius. But yeah, it sounds like that first heartbreak. That sound how you would sound during your first heartbreak. I love this song. I love the production. I love the melody in it. I love how she sounds in it. She kills this song. I I don't know. Normani's one of those people like I feel like I don't never need to hear a feature with her. If that makes sense. Like I just want to hear her. And she is very good when it comes to um more complicated lyrics, more complicated storytelling through music. She is very good at it. I don't think people oh man, I think she got such a bad rap. Not a bad rap, but such a bad deal when it came to what people expected from what she delivered, because what she delivered was really good. Distance, great jam. Great song. Ah, I need to love you from a distance. Like, great jam. Next track on the album, we get to Tantrums featuring James Blake. In full honesty and full transparency, when I first heard this track and I've listened to this album over a year, I could not stand it. It was definitely a skip. It definitely was a skip in my book. But that's the good thing about music. And if you're a music lover, you don't just give it a one chance. You give it a try and give it a try and a try. And I will say this song was one that had to grow on me. It really did, because when I first heard it, I mean, Normani sounds great on it. If they were to do this track again, if it was produced again, I think I would have just preferred Normani on it, because it has this like ghostly, haunting kind of sound to it, especially when James comes in. But when she does the "You're somebody else, somebody I used to know," this song, it's one of those songs that needs its own. It needs to be placed in the right vibe. You need to be in a certain vibe, in a certain environment, a certain mood for this song to work. If you're just listening to this album and this comes on and we're coming from 159, yeah, if we're coming from 159 to this, I think that was it. No, we're coming from Distance. We came from Distance to this track. I don't know. It didn't work. If it was coming from 1159 featuring Ghana into Tantrums, it might have worked. But coming from Distance, which is such a great ballad from her, and she sounds amazing on it, it just didn't work. But it is a good track. Like I said, I listened to it and it has grown on me. If it was the cutting room floor and it had to go, it would have went. But needless to say, I still listen to it and it has grown on me. We are coming closer to the end of Dopamine by Normani, and the next to the last single song on the album we have is Little Secrets. So again, we go back upbeat with Little Secrets. Let me up, 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 let me up stages. Great track, fun track, upbeat. It's fun, it's youthful. It's Talking Shit again. I love this track. It's fun. I really thought it should have been placed higher up on the album because it's such fun and it's such great. But Little Secret's great track. I mean, she sounds great on it. The production is killer on it. Really, really, really good. Like that beat is crazy. That it really does get you moving. I'll be honest with you. Great, great track on Little Secret. And last but not least on the album we have is Wild Side. We all know it. We all love it. Featuring Cardi B. Great, great track. I really, really did like it. And I think, yeah, it was, they did sample Aaliyah's, I think, 1 in a Million for this track. So it was a great track. And it was a single, so great. So let's say, in a perfect world, if we could do it all over again, how would we have put Dopamine together? Now, Dopamine on its own, as it stands, is a great album. I think, again, Normani did not get a fair deal from the general public. But let's digress and let's put the album together how I think it should have been if I was to put it together. Okay. And it's only my opinion, you know. So let's go. I would have actually, if it was released on time, Motivation would have been number 1 on this album. Motivation would have been number 1. Then we would have put, then we could have put Big Boy. We could have put Big Boy next, as the next single, next song on the album, number 2. Then we would have put Wild Side. Wild Side would have been track number 3. Track number 4 would have been All Yours. And you already know how I feel about All Yours. It is a killer track. Track number 5 would have been Insomnia. Would have been killer. Would have been killer. We would have moved Little Secrets up to track number 6. And then we would have put track number 7 as Candy Pink. 2 fast tracks back to back, pick the mood back up after Insomnia. After that, we would have put Distance. We would have put Distance there. Yeah, we would have put Distance there, and then we would have moved. I think we would have put Distance, and then we would have. Oh, actually, no. We would have put Distance, yes, and then we would have put Fair. Ah, I love that song. Fair is such a great track. We would have put Fair, and then closing out the album, I think we should have ended. We would have ended again. I think we could have closed the album there. I think we could have finished with Fair. Yeah, I think that's like, Take My Time. Oh, we forgot about Take My Time. I think we could have put after Fair, Take My Time, and then last we could have probably put, yeah, I think we could have ended it there. Yeah. So, nevertheless, that is the album Dopamine by Normani. I hope you will go back and give the album a listen again. Let the artist know, let her know that you are listening. Run those Spotify music up, Spotify listen streams up. And let her know that you enjoy Dopamine as much as I do. I think it is a great album. I hope in the future she puts out more music, and I hope it is just as good or even better as Dopamine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is your boy DZ. If you would like to, not if you would like to, but please go make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, do all those good things. Follow me on my social medias, DZMusic84. That is on TikTok and that is on Instagram. Until the next video, I will see you guys very soon, and we will be diving into another album review. Stay blessed. blessed, stay up, stay positive, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Yippee-ki-yo, working like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you the show. Cause this is not a drill, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying it maybe we could take off and then